Never a bad day in Chicago when the sun's out, it's beautiful outside. Stories from the 78 on the east end of the Bloomingdale Trail, where you got the highway kind of right behind me, Marshfield right there. Awesome spot to check out if you just want to get out of like just the concrete jungle, hop up on the 606 and enjoy some nature. And I'm gonna talk to my friend Alan, who started this amazing website during the pandemic, like 50 beautiful places within 50 miles of Chicago. And one of them is this one. That's why we're here. So we're gonna explore a little bit, talk to Alan here in a second. That is the story from this 78. So my friend Alan here rides the Bloomingdale Trail almost every day, especially in the summer. Isn't that right, Alan?
Yes, I do. And in the winter, when it's too cold for me to ride, I like to walk it.
And this is one of the spots on your website that you started. It's a free website for people who want to discover all the beautiful spots in and around Chicago. Like, why? Where did this start from, and why did you want to do it?
Well, I retired just before we went into lockdown.
Okay.
And here I was. I had a very demanding job, and all of a sudden, I was locked down, and it was a way for me to meet with friends, to discover new places, and it was just a tremendous education to find all these beautiful places in the Chicago area that I'm ashamed to say I previously never knew about.
No, I think a lot of people think Chicago's just flat and there's not a whole lot going on outside the city, but you discovered otherwise. There are plenty of things to do, all within 50 miles, including the Bloomingdale Trail here. Why do you love this spot so much, and why do you use it so often?
It happens to be very close to my house.
That's a good one.
That's why I like it, and I think if people don't have a car, it's very easy to reach on public transportation, on the CTA or Metra. And in the winter, if there's less than 6 inches of snow, they're supposed to plow it. So it's a good winter spot too. Good
winter spot, and this is on your website. Give out the name of the website, because I didn't mention that in the beginning, but I want to make sure that we get it out now.
Yeah, well, it's like the formal name is. Chicago and Beyond 50 Great Public Land Destinations, and the website name is 50 Chicago Area Hikes, Bikes, Bites.
And this is one of them, and you have a couple others. Why don't you list off a couple others that you found to just be some of the more interesting, notable ones along your journey that took you about how long to do this website?
Well, it took me about a year and a half, actually.
Okay, a year and a half. So what else did you find along that
time? So also, partly in the city, I like the North Branch Trail.
Oh, yeah. And I live right by that one.
Yeah, and if you go early in the morning, you're almost bound to see deer.
Oh, yeah.
It's very nice. It's close to 20 miles long. It ends up in the southern portion of it is Devon Avenue in Chicago, and then it goes up to the Chicago Botanical Garden. It's nice for walking. It's nice for riding as well.
A couple of hills on that one too that get you over train tracks or over big streets, and they're not small little hills, they're hills.
They're demanding hills. There are a couple in Lake County I like, and they are the Independence Grove and Half Day, and they're just very beautiful. I like them for that reason. South of the city, there's Waterfall Glen, which is one of the few waterfalls in the Chicago area.
Yeah, where is that one at?
It's in Lamont.
Okay.
And then there's also Swallow Cliff Forest Preserve, which actually has a nice big hill on it. And in the olden days, people used to go tobogganing down it.
Absolutely. I lived right by there growing up, and I was there when they still did the toboggan slides going down there. And then as they closed them, it became a place for my high school football team to run up and down the stairs. We loved it. It was called Stairs Day at Swallow Cliff. But nonetheless, all these places that you're mentioning, though, are free of charge, right?
They're all free of charge, and they're all open 365 days a year, and it's great to explore them.
So for the city folk, you got the 606 here, and you got the lakefront path and all that, but is there any other spots that jump out at you?
Yeah, there are a couple of, the North Branch is partly in Chicago, but on the south side, you have the Japanese garden in Jackson Park, which I had not known about. It's absolutely gorgeous, and if you hit it at the right time, probably towards the end of April, you'll be able to see the gorgeous cherry blossoms there.
Oh, absolutely. And then like to mention, you also have the Dan Ryan Woods too on Chicago's southwest side, where there's bike paths going through there, all along where it butts up against a meadery. Do you know what a meadery is? Have you heard of a meadery before?
No, I haven't.
It's a place where they make wine out of honey.
Huh.
So there's a bike trail right there at the Dan Ryan Woods where there's a meadery right there on the southwest side. If you are from the south side, you know, if you know, type of thing. But if people want to learn more about all the places that you visited along your journey to gather all these 50 places, what's the best way for them to go about it? What's the actual website when you type it into the old Google machine?
Yeah, so I have links to each place so they can find out more information about them. I also have links to places where you can eat nearby to get casual bite to eat. And I wanted to give a shout out to all the brave businessmen and women who stayed open during the pandemic. It was not very easy for them to keep an eatery open.
Right, and I imagine that it was a great way to just discover different parts of the area to eat at and know that there's this great attraction there that's a free attraction. Is there a place that stands out that was a 2-for-1 where you had a great meal and you had a great experience?
Well, I mean, one place that I liked was in LaGrange. It's called Balkan Bakery, and they have this food called, you can get it meat or cheese as a pastry. It's called burek. It's absolutely delicious.
Fantastic.
In Fox Lake, I went to the Whistle Stop Diner, which is by the train tracks, and they have the best potato pancakes I have ever eaten.
All right. And Alan, again, the website for people?
It's Chicago, 50 Great Destinations, Chicago and Beyond. And it's www. 50 Chicago area bikes.
I will make sure.
Bikes.
Got it. I will make sure I link all that from my website to yours. But Alan, thank you very much for chatting with me today and hanging out with me at the park here at the 606.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, sure.
Tom.
All right, and that is my friend Alan, TomBarneshChicago at gmail.com. If you have a story from the 78, also head over to the website, storiesfromthe78.com. You should. I went through the whole trouble of having it built and the whole thing, so I would hope that you would take a look at it. Shout out to my friend Sean. But go over there, check out. I got lots of videos up there, and drop me a line. Let me know what you think. I'll talk to you later. See ya.